In 1899, a Serbian-American inventor sat alone in his Colorado laboratory. He drove an iron nail into the earth, connected 2 wires, and watched a bulb light up, powered by nothing. Within 6 months, his funding was cut. His lab was shut down, and the patent buried. Stamped document, confidential. Papers being filed away into a cabinet. Cabinet locked what you are about to see has been systematically removed from physics textbooks in 132 countries. Today, we bring it back. Let's start with the science, the real science, that they don't want discussed. The earth beneath your feet is not just dirt, it is a living electrical system. Geophysicists have long known that the ground carries a constant negative electrical charge. This phenomenon is called the global electric circuit. The atmosphere above carries a positive charge. The surface of the earth carries a negative one. Between them, a constant measurable voltage difference. At any given moment, there are approximately 40 lightning strikes hitting the earth per second, each one feeding energy directly into this circuit. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't fringe science. This is documented in peer-reviewed journals going back to the 1920s. So here is the question the industry never wants you to ask. If the ground carries free electrical charge, why are we still paying monthly electricity bills? Archival footage of early 1900s electrical experiments. Sepia tone. In the early 20th century, several independent researchers stumbled upon the same discovery. By driving a metal rod, specifically iron or copper, deep into the earth and connecting it to a basic electrical circuit, they were able to draw measurable, usable current from the ground itself. The setup is almost embarrassingly simple. An iron nail, a copper wire, a ground connection, and a load, any device that uses electricity. Researchers in Germany, Japan, and the United States all independently documented this in the 1920s and 1930s. The results were consistent, but by 1940, something changed. Research grants were quietly revoked. University departments that had been studying Earth electricity for decades suddenly shifted focus. Papers were de-indexed from scientific archives. The timing is not a coincidence. This was the same decade that large-scale electrical utility companies began their nationwide grid expansion. A technology that allows households to generate their own electricity from the ground, for free, is not compatible with a business model that sells electricity by the kilowatt hour. World map. Countries highlighted one by one. The suppression of Earth electricity research was not limited to one country. Through international energy agreements, most of which are never publicly disclosed, regulatory frameworks were quietly put in place that classify unlicensed electricity generation as a criminal offense. In the European Union, generating electricity outside of a licensed system without approval carries significant fines. In parts of Asia, it has been classified as interference with national infrastructure. 132 countries currently have laws on the books that, while never specifically naming Earth electricity, effectively make the practice illegal under broad energy regulation statutes. We spoke with a former energy policy researcher who asked to remain anonymous. His words were these: "The language in these regulations is deliberately vague. It doesn't say you can't use Earth electricity. It says you can't generate electricity from any unlicensed source. That's broad enough to cover everything, including what's sitting right under your feet. When we submitted Freedom of Information requests to 3 national energy departments asking for documentation on Earth electricity research from 1930 to 1960, 2 departments did not respond. One confirmed the records existed, but said they were classified under national security provisions." National security. Simple outdoor setting. Table with basic components laid out clearly. What we are about to show you is not magic. It is not a trick. It is basic electrochemistry, applied. 2 metal electrodes placed in moist soil, 1 iron, 1 copper, create what is known as a galvanic cell. The chemical difference between the 2 metals, combined with the electrolyte properties of the soil, produces a measurable voltage. A single cell of this type produces approximately 0.4 to 0.9 volts. Modest but real. Scale this up, with multiple cells connected in series, and the numbers become more significant. Early researchers documented arrays capable of powering low-draw devices continuously, without fuel, without solar panels, without wind turbines, without a grid connection. LED bulb lighting up. Slow, deliberate shot. No music. Just the soft hum, powered by a nail, and the earth beneath it. Slow pull back from the lit bulb. Wide shot of open land. Sky above. We are not telling you to break the law. We are not telling you to disconnect from the grid. We are telling you to ask questions. Why is this not in your physics textbook? Why do energy regulations specifically prohibit unlicensed generation? Why were decades of Earth electricity research quietly removed from scientific archives? Who benefits from you not knowing this? The nail. Still in the ground. The wire. The bulb. Still lit. The answer has been sitting beneath your feet this entire time. Slow fade. Final frame holds on the lit bulb. Then cut to black. If this video reached you before it was taken down, share it. Comment what you think below. And subscribe, because the next one goes even deeper.